Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. It's Blessing, and in this tutorial you'll be learning how to make a buba. Okay, these are the measurements needed on the screen. We have the full length of 25, we have the bust circumference of 42 plus 6 inches for ease, we have the sleeve length of 25 and the round sleeve of 9. Okay, so this is a bias tape that we're going to be using for the neckline, to turn the neckline, and this is the fabric, Ankara fabric, that we're going to be using to make this buba. Okay, it's actually Iro and Buba, that's wrapper and the buba. Okay, so for the wrapper I'm going to be cutting out 2 yard and 15 inches. Okay, 2 yard and 15 inches, that is what I'm going to be cutting out for the buba, and this for the Iro, and this is how we are going to be folding it. This is how the wrapper is going to be folded on both sides. So to cut the buba, I want to measure out the full length. Okay, I actually tried the full length of the fabric, if it would give us the full length of our buba if we fold into two, but unfortunately the full length of the fabric is going to give us about 23 inches, and for this buba we need 25 inches, so I'll have to measure using the yard. Okay, so measuring through the yardage, I'm going to measure my full length times 2. Okay, the full length is 25 and I'm going to be adding 2 inches to make it 27 for folding allowance. Okay, so I'm going to measure 26.5 rather, that's I'm adding 1.5 inch to the full length, that's for folding the hem of the buba. So I'm going to measure this twice. Okay, this is where you see me hold. I'll measure it twice, and that is where I'm going to be cutting out for the full length of the buba. All right, so after cutting it out, this is what we have. We have our 26.5 on fold. Okay, so now I'm going to be folding this other way so that I can start to draft out or cut out the neckline and every other thing for the buba. So now our bust circumference is 42 and we added 6 inches to it to make it 48. That's for ease. So 48 divided by 4 will give me 12. You can see what I marked, and then I added 1 inch for the sewing allowance, which gives me 13. So I'll go up there and measure 13 inches and I'll join the lines like so that I can cut out for the bodice. So this is what we have, and I've turned to the other side so that I can cut out the neckline. Okay, so the place that is folded is where we're going to be cutting our neckline. So the neck width is 3.5 and the neck depth is 4 inches. Okay, so the neck width and depth totally depends on your preference. Okay, but it shouldn't be too wide. All right, so this is what we have after joining the line. So even if you decide to use your curved rule to form the neckline, it's still very much okay. So I'll go ahead now and cut out the neckline for the buba. Okay, so this is what we have for the neckline. It's as easy as it is. So I marked out my 1/2 inch and I measure out my my 12 inches for the main bodice, and our sleeve length is 25. Note the sleeve length starts from the center back. Okay, so if we have 12 here, excluding the allowance, if you count from 25, whatever you have is going to be the sleeve length we are going to be attaching to the main bodice. I hope you understand this technique. So from the shoulder, I'm going to come down by 9 inches, which is our round sleeve and our arm opening. So I'm going to measure out our 9 inches that we have, then our notch. So that is where our sleeve is going to stop. So now to cut out the sleeve, remember I said our sleeve length now that we need to attach to the 12 we have on the bodice already is 13 inches. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and measure out our 13 inches for the sleeve length. Then I'll add some allowance for folding. So that is our 13 inches which I have marked over there. Okay, then I will add about 2 inches for folding. Okay, if you regularly see buba that is being sewn with African print, you see that the folding part for the sleeve is usually a bit wider. So that is why we are adding 2 inches extra for the folding of the sleeve. So that is the length over there, the main length and the allowance. So for the allowance, that the round sleeve is 9 inches. Don't forget we marked 9 on the bodice, and I added half an inch for joining the side of the sleeve. That's why I am marking 9.5. Okay, so this I'm going to continue to mark through to the end where we have the length of the sleeve. Then I'll go ahead and cut out. Okay, so this is what we have, right? So I'm going to go ahead and trim out the excess or the part that are not well straightened. Okay, so I want to go ahead and notch the 2 inches that we have for our folding. Okay, that is it. So unfold the part that is unfold for the neckline. I'm going to notch. Okay, that will be the part that will rest on the shoulder line of the bodice. Okay, so this is our bias tape, and this is going to be used to turn the neckline for the buba. Okay, so this will be placed from the right side of the fabric. Note, you are placing your bias tape from the right side of the fabric because we are going to be folding it into the wrong side. So I'll go ahead and sew round. So after sewing it round, this is how it looks from the right side. You can see what we have. Okay, you know how I do my things. I like to cut out any flying thread. Okay, so after sewing round, this is how it looks on the right side, and on the wrong side, this is how it looks. So you are going to fold it now to the wrong side. You fold the remaining part of the bias tape to the wrong side and fold down like so. On the part where it actually started and end, I overlap it with about half an inch. That is why you see that part like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold down this way and sew round. Ensure a little part of the Ankara goes in while you're folding. So after turning the neckline, I'm going to go ahead and fold the side. Okay, I'm going to join the side rather. It's time to join our side seam. Okay, so starting from where we notched for, that is the part we notched for our armhole and our sleeve. So from that part, I'm going to come down by the 1 inch we added. Okay, then I'm not going to sew to the end. We are going to have a slit at the side towards the hem. So I marked 5 inches because I want the slit to be 4 inches. So I marked 5 inches because I'm going to be using 1 inch to fold the hem of the buba. So after sewing, this is what we have for the neckline. You can see how perfect this is looking. We have sewn the side seam starting from the sleeve opening that we notched, then stopping at that point. Then sew. I'm gonna have to sew the slit and also the hem of the buba. Okay, don't forget we left 5 inches and we have exactly 4 here because we have used 1 inch to fold the hem. All right, so the next thing we want to go and do now is to sew the sleeve. Okay, so to sew the sleeve, the first thing we want to do is to fold the hem of the sleeve by the 2 inches notch that we have initially. Okay, so we are going to fold from that 2 inches like so. Then you can see the way I have folded it in. Folding your 2 inches, then pick about half an inch and fold in again, and you go ahead to top stitch. After that, we are going to fold the sleeve into 2. Then we are going to sew with our half an inch that was added while we were cutting. This is going to be done to the both sleeves. So after sewing, this is what we have. Okay, the sleeves are perfectly ready. Guys, if you have watched to this extent and you're new to this channel, please Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, okay, so I can always be informed when I post a new video. Alright, so this is what we have for the both sleeves, and the next thing is for us to insert it to the bodice of the, to the main bodice of the buba. Okay, so now the sleeve is on the right side. Note, the sleeve is on the right side and the bodice is on the wrong side. So you're going to tuck it in like this, just the way you see me do. Very easy, guys. It's not confusing. So you're going to notch the center of the buba. After notching, you align the notch of the buba and the notch of the sleeve together. Then you pin down. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. I'm going to sew round with our half an inch that was added. So we're going to go around and sew this from the notch down to the side seams. Okay, go ahead and do that for the both sleeves. So after doing that, this is what we have. We sew from one side of the seam to the end of the other seam. So this is what we have. I did not cross the sewing. Note, don't cross your sewing. Start from one end of the sewing to the other end. And this has been done to the both sleeves. So voila, our buba is ready. Guys, I told you this is so easy and as simple as it is. I know I'm very sure some persons might be having issue with this, but I'm sure this video must have taught you one or two things in sewing your Iro and Buba. Okay, and I'm sure you have learned something new today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching to this extent. Thanks for always coming back to my returning subscribers, and thanks for liking this video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.